Watch the ride.
Hey everybody, hope you're all doing alright out there. So, as you may have seen in the news and the sort of, the YouTube news, the company Honey has come under a lot of heat because of their practices, and there's a lawsuit forming against them. Now, I was going to make a video explaining why it was blatantly obvious how this company worked, because if anyone thought for 2 moments of the business model of that company, you'd know it wouldn't work. As I say, it's still an ongoing thing, and I thought rather than discuss that, I think I'm just going to generally discuss this one subject, which is the amount of scam, although scam's been used in places where scam shouldn't belong, but scam or crappy promotions that large YouTubers are doing. Now, as I explained before now, any product which you see mass marketed across the platform is by definition going to be overpriced for what it is. And the reason that is because if you spend that much on marketing, that is coming out of the cost of the product, unless you add it on top of the cost of the product, in which case it's going to be a ridiculous price that no one's going to pay. So, and there's many companies out there, they basically just have a product which is available from, say, AliExpress. They add a few bits with it and then sell it for 5-6 times the price. People not realising that it's just the same piece of equipment they could have bought elsewhere. But the thing that's getting me is the amount of times now this has happened. How many more scammy deals are we going to see getting pushed? Like, you remember established titles? That whole thing that, if you buy this gift, you'll get a lordship in Scotland and you'll be allowed to call yourself a lord. It was a complete scam. It was one Google away from being known that it was not true, and yet hundreds of massive YouTubers pushed it for months and months and months, and thousands of people got scammed out of it. But the YouTubers, they got their money, they paid their bills, they're good. And then later it comes out that it was a complete scam, and maybe they come forward and go, oh man, I didn't realise, I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm sorry, okay, I'm sick and tired of hearing I'm sorry about that, I didn't realise. When I, as a small YouTuber, can see these things as scams, and see companies which aren't going to go down too well eventually, can see what they're like at the beginning and say, no, you can do it too. I need the money more than anyone. I'm earning less than minimum wage, but that doesn't mean I'm going to start taking ads for crappy products just because. And I'm not accepting this, I'm sorry, we just didn't realise time and time again anymore. I just think it's a bit much to believe that you just didn't realise that it was a bit of a scam. 5-6 products in a row. Also, with things like the established titles thing, that company was connected to at least 2 or 3 other companies which are also very scammy. And they are still getting promoted by the same people who promoted the other one and then acted like they didn't realise it was going to be a scam. There are other channels which are promoting training courses which cost loads of money and absolutely are of no use to anyone in the real world at all, if you want to get into that profession that they're promoting. This is a thing that was known and has been highlighted within the community, and I'm not going to mention what I'm talking about here or what community, but it's known. But the big creators are still pushing them, and they know at this point they're scamming their audiences, and they don't care because they just want that money. Now, in the industry I've got in mind here, they're having problems earning money, so anyone that will give them money is welcomed with open arms. And I can see why their hopes might be a bit like, oh, well, maybe it won't be that scammy, it'll be alright, I just need some cash. I get it, but it's wrong. And I have been beating this drum about scammy practices going on in the background and no one realising for years and years and years. If this will pay off for me one day, when everyone sees that everything pretty much was always a scam along the way, well, not a scam necessarily, it was a way of taking advantage of the audience, not being genuine or honest with the audience, not complying with the law, for instance, like, promoting something that you had a vested interest in without mentioning the fact that you have a vested interest in it. Like, promoting your own business or your own product on a video but not mentioning that it's your business or product is illegal. ASA rules is the same as not declaring when you're given a product, etc, etc. But that's just by the by at this point, because so few people actually follow those rules, even though it's a YouTube rule and an ASA rule. But anyway, I'm digressing here. The point is, are you aware of any other companies which are being promoted currently by YouTubers that are not right, like there's something that's clearly not good about them, or it's basically a scam and it's a known thing, let me know about that in the comments. I would be interested to know. But as I say, I'm not here to start bringing hate towards YouTubers, but I'm starting to get a little bit tired of multi-million subscription, very well-off YouTubers with teams of people turning around and saying, we could never have known this was a scam, when a single dude running a channel on his own can see it from a mile off and look at the business plan and go, well, that doesn't make any sense. How does that work? And I'm not believing we just missed it, we didn't realise again and again anymore. I think that's been a get out far too many times. Anyway, let me know what you think about this. I know it's a little bit of a ranty one, but it's about, just basically honesty and better products for everyone, and understanding why, if you buy a product that's been promoted by 5 billion YouTubers, probably not a great product, or it's well overpriced because you'll pay for the marketing. Yeah, thanks to my supporters, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.